Synergy Equipment offers the APX Heavy Duty Oil Tote Pump Kit to help pump oil out of storage totes. Here's a run-through on how to assemble this kit. The kit comes with a mounting plate, a lock plate and nozzle plate kit, a foam ring, a nozzle holster, a dip tube with a strainer, an APX digital preset oil meter, a whip hose, an oil hose reel, a mounting kit, an APX 5:1 heavy duty oil pump, a vent cap, a gasket, a ring, and a fitting. Synergy Equipment also offers desk and air breathers to use in place of the vent cap. Install the fill port first. Locate the place on the tote you want to put the vent, draw it out, then cut the drawing out. Now grab the fitting. Reach into the tote and push it up through the cutout. Put the gasket on and thread the ring on. Then thread the vent cap or air breather inside the fitting. Start assembly of the pump by putting the foam ring around the tote opening on the top. Then lay the mounting plate on top of that. Grab the nozzle holder plate and a lock plate. Then choose which side you want the nozzle to be on and loosely connect the holder plate to the mounting plate. Install the lock plate beneath by using 2 bolts, washers, lock washers, and nuts. Pull the lock plate around the bottom of the top bar of the tote and tighten the bolts down to lock it in place. You can now slide the nozzle holster in place. Repeat the process on the other side minus the installation of the nozzle plate. Next, thread the dip tube into the pump and then measure how long your dip tube needs to be inside the tote. If the tube is too long, you need to remove the screw and strainer at the end of the tube, then cut the tube so that the bottom of the strainer will be a ½ inch short of touching the bottom of the tank. Reattach the screw and strainer after shortening the tube. Put the pump and tube through the hole in the mounting plate and thread the pump in until it's secure. If you need to rotate the pump at any point in the next few steps, just loosen the black ring on the pump and rotate the pump into the position you need it in, then tighten the ring to secure it in place. At this point, you will need to decide where you want the hose reel mounted. In this video, we will have the hose reel face in front of the tank and position it next to the holster. You may choose to do a different layout, but the assembly process is the same. Line up the reel with the holes on the mounting plate and use the bolts, washers, and nuts from the mounting kit to secure it into place. Thread an adapter nut into the pump, then a nipple into the nut. You can now thread a 90-degree elbow onto the nipple and the whip hose onto the elbow, or you can thread the whip hose right onto the nipple. Thread the other end of the hose into the inlet of the hose reel. Now grab the air regulator. Put sealant on the end of its threads and thread it into the pump. We do recommend you use an oiler with the regulator, and it would mount onto the back side of it. You can also use a ½ inch air line on the open port as well. Finally, grab the meter and remove the caps on both ends of it. Tape the threads on the nozzle and thread it securely into the meter. Then thread the meter onto the hose reel to complete assembly. For questions or to order the APX Heavy Duty Oil Tote Pump Kit, call us at 833-220-7307 or go to synergyequipment.com.